Hello everyone, it is I, Power here, with another model kit review. This time we got Gundam Bael from Mobile Gundam, Iron Blood Orphans. This right here is the very first Gundam frame created out of the 72. This right here was also piloted by the original leader of Galahorn, Agni Gael. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I did rewatch the episode again in the Japanese dub, and that's how McGillis says it, so I'm going to go with that for the rest of the review if I do remember saying the name again. And then later piloted by McGillis himself, who is he's the chart clone for IBO. He's also technically the leader of the rebel faction of Galahorn, who defects and tries to do a coup d'etat during the series. Especially that's during the Second Empire for IBO. A little bit of spoilers, but IBO's been out for like 7-8 years, I'm pretty sure, since the last time I saw IBO. But with that out of the way, let's go with everything Gundam Bael comes with. And we're back, and this is everything Bael comes with, which overall, he's pretty light mobile suit when you get the model kit. He really doesn't have anything else. He has the back sheaths right here. This right here is the sheath components that where you attach both Bael blades right here, which he comes with 2 of them. These right here you're previously seen with the Grimgridar, which was McGillis' previous mobile suit that he used. And then if you also bought the P Bandai version of... Oh, wait, no, not the P Bandai version, because his grades doesn't come with that. That was my bad. What's it called? But these 2 are both the Bael blades that come with right here. Pretty nicely designed. It's a little bit different from the ones that you see in the Grim Grenade, as they do not have the hilt attachment, because in Grim Grenade, they have like the little peg piece right here so they can attach to the holsters for his gauntlets. These do not have those, as he doesn't require them at all. And then he has his backpack attachment right here, which is basically his flight unit. And this thing right here does come with Vulcans. As you can see right here, they're able to move around. And technically speaking, in the show, he uses these to be able to come up and be able to shoot rail cannons that he has attached onto it. As that is technically his only long-range weaponry. As this thing is, as Gundam Bael is technically a more melee unit. So this thing really doesn't have anything else over it. That's the little thruster pieces right here, as you can see right there. And the Lego backpack attachment, like with all IBO kits, it has double peg attachment, so that's pretty much it. Overall, pretty simple backpack. Comparably to a lot of the other IBO backpacks, it's actually pretty simple. And then we got Gundam Bael himself. Overall, pretty nice unit. I really do like the overall design of Bael. It is probably one of my favorite units. I've mentioned I do like the whole White Knight aesthetic that it goes with, as it is technically the original leader unit for all the Gundam frames and for Galahorn itself. Overall design for it's pretty great, looking beautiful. I did panel line this. This is actually one of my older IBO kits, and it still holds pretty well. It's a little bit loose, I will say that, but usually with IBO kits you always have to tighten them and whatnot. But overall, pretty good model kit overall design, and everything looks pretty great. Not that much in accessories. It just comes with its 2 blades, the sheath attachment, which I'm going to show you how the blades are attached. So, right here, see right there where the sheath right there is. You just attach the blade right here. And boom. Blade is attached. No problem at all. Let's move Bael from right here so you can see this. A little bit better action right here. And then to unsheath it, kind of the same thing. Boom. So it's on the sheath. No problem at all. And re-put it back in there. To sheath it again, and it's hold there right there. Ain't not gonna lie, I really do kind of like this. Actually pretty good. And then you reattach it, and the way this goes attached, you see right there as a little poly cap right there that attaches to the butt. See right there, there's the peg piece right there, and this reattaches onto the back side like that. And the blade is blade's able to move, or the holster is able to move up and down, so it's able to move the blade like that. So when he needs it, you can always open up, pack it over, slide the arm a little bit, and be able to pull out the blade. No problem at all. It's actually one of my favorite designs, especially when it comes to like not units and needs holsters, which, let's be honest, there's a lot of them. They kind of don't have that. It's rarely we do have this kind of thing with a lot of Gundam units that have holster blades, but sometimes the holsters are false, or they're never really meant to be designed how they're supposed to design. So I really like this with Bael. It's actually pretty. I'm really glad they kind of designed it this way. It's a pretty good holster. But now, that's pretty much where the accessories. Let's go with the articulation for Gundam Bael. Okay, we're back, and now let's go with the articulation for Gundam Bael. and ignored that because something just fell, but don't worry about that. So going from the head, they were to bob and weave, no problem at all, like almost all Gundam frames. This is on a neck joint, neck point right there. You can see right there, no problem at all. This thing's double-sided, so it just pops it in there, no problem. Head sticks up, pretty good. They would do 360, no problem at all. Like I said, bob and weave, no problem at all. Then the arm does have like this double little jointing, so you just gotta extend that a little bit all the way up. There you go. So they would go up pretty well, so no problem at all. So the arm can go, and well, besides the fact the shoulder can go all the way up, arm can go all the way there, down, spin around, no problem at all. It's able to rotate. You can see right there. It's able to bend, and this is actually one of the IBO kits. It's got almost a double joint. Not there yet. This is where all the arms are able to go. Then we have the hand. It's able to spin. No problem. It's able to wiggle, move around, up and down. It is on a ball joint, so pretty good on that. Then we got the torso. Move up and down for this guy. Let's modify. Let's attach the shoulder a little bit. This thing tends to get clogged a bit. Huh, weird. That's fine. So going from the joint right there, it is on a ball joint like most IBO kits. This thing's on a ball joint right here, and this is technically one of the flaws for the IBO kits because sometimes the joint for tab it's a little bit wiggly, but mine's doing well. It's able to do spins, no problem at all. It might be somewhat blocked because of the waist joint here, so sometimes modification might be made. Some people might sand it right there, as you can see right here. So you see this right here. Sometimes it blocks, so you have to like sometimes open the peg piece right there. So you might have to like take it off the bowl joint that's on there, little peg here, so you can able to spin it with no problem at all. Then it's able to do zap crunch right here. The only thing I will say where it was IBO kits, sometimes the backside right here for where the skeletal joint right there sometimes might come off, so make sure that's tightened pretty much. Sometimes people put glue on that, but I really don't do it mine. I usually just put like some paint and whatnot just to keep it sick. Then the skirts open like that. They would open like that, no problem at all. These are on peg points, so Gundam Bael can do the split with no problem at all. And here's the one thing I do like about IBO kits, that generally most of them can do. Now, not all of them, because sometimes some of them are kind of designed with skirts that are kind of terrible. They tend to pop off. Bael was not one of them, so they would do splits, no problem at all. Going from that, he's able to move all the way up, all the way to the back, except he's kind of blocked by his skirt, sadly. I was planning on doing a modification where I would be cutting this so I can be able to move the skirt back, but I haven't done that. Then again, it's one of the kits I haven't done. What's called? Then his knee joint. He's able to bend all the way overall, as this guy technically is a double jointed leg, pretty sure. So he's able to bend all the way there, so no problem at all. See that again one more time. And then the leg right here is all on a ball joint, so he's almost able to spin around. You just gotta leg popped off, but that's fine. His leg's able to go legs able to wiggle. Ooh. That's separated, but that's easily fixable. Sometimes the what's it called? The high heels for most of the Gundam frames sometimes tend to come off when you're doing a lot of jiggling with them a lot. But overall, posability is pretty great. Not bad at all. It's actually one of the more fun ones to do posability when it comes to like a lot of the IBO kits. Overall, posability is pretty great. I will say, generally speaking, my Bael is a little bit more loose, but that's also because mine's been played with for like a pretty while, because I tend to go around and toy with my kits every once in a while. I haven't really messed with him in like a good couple months. Like recently, I just was organizing my shelves and whatnot, so he's been a little bit more lively since. But overall, articulation is pretty great. Now let's go with final thoughts. And we're back, and this right here is final thoughts for Gundam Bael. Overall, pretty great mobile suit, model kit. What's it called? Everything's great. Articulation's pretty good. All the weaponry is pretty nice. Detail work for the kit is still good, even for a high grade The only thing I will knock down, but this is technically something towards almost all the IBO kits, is that it is technically very loose still. It's been years since I built this. I'm pretty sure I have like 5, 6 years when I built my Gundam Bael. And overall, it still technically holds up. There's still some loose parts, the arms, the torso, and the legs are a little bit wobbly and stuff, but a lot of that can be fixed with a little bit of paint and whatnot to just tighten up the joints. Pretty not bad at all. But overall, still pretty great kit, despite the years since I built this. What's it called? Still a great kit, especially for a lot of the IBO kits. Overall, it still holds up even to this day. I do love a lot of the stuff that comes with this. It's overall still a basic kit, but still a pretty good one, regardless of anything with the rest of the IBO kits. And technically speaking, for me personally, it still holds up better than most of the other IBO kits that I built, especially a lot of the other gun frames, because a lot of them whew, are way too wobbly than it should be. But with that out of the way, that is the review for Gundam Bael. And if you liked the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I always appreciate it. And as always, folks, have a nice day, folks. And this is Pyro Arden signing out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.